Hello students, this is Sunita Mishra. So as you know that we are studying the chapter chemical reactions and equation. Now today I am describing the topic that how to make a chemical equation more informative. That means if we write a chemical equation, then what information we are getting from that chemical equation. So the following facts remain be unexplained in a chemical equation shown in the state. Like first is the physical state of the substances, second is the evolution or absorption of the energy, and third is the reaction condition. So first I am going to tell you the physical states of the substances, that means the reactants and the products. The physical states of the reactants and the products can be represented by using the symbols S for solid, L for liquid and G for gas and AQ for aqueous solution along with their respective formula. Now suppose I will give you the example of a reaction between the zinc and sulfuric acid. Now as we know that zinc is a solid, so we write the S along with the zinc, and we write as a sulfuric acid it is in the form of a solution, so we write aqueous along with the H2SO4. Then what the product will be formed? The product will be zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So next to the zinc SO4, next to the zinc sulfate we can write again aqueous, and along with the hydrogen either we write G or we give an upward arrow, which is showing that a gas is evolved in the process. Okay, now I will come to the next thing, that is to indicate the heat changes in the equation. Now there are two types of reactions, one is exothermic and another is endothermic. Now what are an exothermic reactions? So those reactions in which heat is produced, okay, that means heat is evolving. So those reactions are known as exothermic. Like when we are giving the example of a reaction between carbon and oxygen, so the reaction can be finalized by evolution of the carbon dioxide along with the heat. So it can be called as an exothermic reaction. So when it is plus heat, that means it is an exothermic. Similarly, we can give another example, like when natural gas methane that is burned in oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide and water vapor, and a large amount of heat is also evolved in this process. So these all are examples of the exothermic. Then we will go to the endothermic. Now what are endothermic reactions? So endothermic reactions are those reactions in which heat is absorbed. All the decomposition reaction, they are endothermic in nature, and this reaction they may be require either heat, light or electricity to takes place, and in that heat is absorbed. Okay, so now I will give you one example, that when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So we will see that here heat is taken inside the reaction. So it can be called as an endothermic reaction. So clear? Now we will see that some specific conditions of the reactions like temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. It should be needed in any reaction. Then that should be mentioned in a reaction. Like the reaction of the potassium chlorate. Okay, it will be going to produce potassium chloride and oxygen. Now in that a heat symbol has been given by indicating the delta sign, and MnO2, that is a catalyst, so it can be written as a catalyst. Okay, and in this way we can represent either a catalyst or a pressure or a temperature is supplied to the definite reactions. So in this way we can give specific symbols to the reaction. So in this way we can make the reactions more informative and we get information about the whole reactions. So up to this I will tell you in your next class.